Hi, this is Carolyn from Holistic Campus, and today we're talking with Jessica Xavier. And Jessica is a holistic healing practitioner, which is a beautiful thing. Hello, Jessica.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us what that means to you exactly. What does it mean to be that?
A holistic healer. For me, it's an integrative process of looking at the being from a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspect. It's working through language, it's working through unconscious thoughts, beliefs, and behaviors, and it's also working consciously to let go of any limiting beliefs or negative emotions that could potentially be holding the person back.
Oh, that's beautiful. So it's conscious and unconscious, I would think. Once something is unconscious brought to the consciousness, now you can work on it, yes?
Yes.
Very important. Now, we talked a little bit, too, about soul realignment. Tell me how that fits into all that, which is a fascinating subject to me.
Yeah, so soul realignment is working on the spiritual aspect through a soul level, working with the wisdom of the Akashic records. So some may be familiar with that, others
Wow.
yeah. Let's say it is a Google for soul choices that we've made, where all those choices are recorded, and one has access to view those choices and the consequence and how it's creating patterns in this lifetime. And then through the work, we clear those patterns so that the person can align more to their divine purpose. So a lot of the information that comes through is more soul aspects. A lot of information that perhaps we've forgotten throughout the lifetimes. So it's nice. It's like a discovery session at the soul level. So it's nice. It's fascinating.
I'm smiling so much because the Google of spirituality is a classic. I love that. Very cool. Very cool. And so who comes to you? Like what do people come to you when they seek you out? What are they coming for? Could be a lot of different things, or is it anything specifically?
Yeah, so usually it's Reiki. So
Yeah.
I feel like, Reiki is like that entry level. It's very physical. You can feel it for the most part. And a lot of times in conversation, a lot of healing actually happens through conversation in my experience. And for some, I'm like, ooh, this aspect would be nice. I think everyone would benefit from it, but I find that when it's for that person, it'll come through, right? It'll come through in the conversation. Sometimes they'll see my the certificate and say, ooh, what's that? And that's when I'm like, okay, let's talk about it.
You're ready for it.
Yeah, you're ready, right? So it'll come up in conversation. Or if I hear a very popular block, let's say, because I've worked with this for about a year and a half now, and sometimes I can pick up just with the language, and I'm like, oh, okay, I can see where the block is here, and this perhaps would be a nice way to clear versus more energetic, Reiki healing.
Right.
So that, yeah, I haven't found someone that says, oh yeah, I want soul realignment. It happens more with another modality, and it opens the door to it. So.
Well, exactly. And it's and I agree with that. So many people there are absolutely real Reiki masters. I mean, they've been doing it for forever, and they really, really understand it. But so very often, it's the beginning for everything else for people, which is beautiful because many people understand Reiki and they see the benefits in it, but it's a doorway to so much more, which is a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
So now, what are some of the benefits for folks in some of the different sessions that you offer?
So the first thing that comes to mind is actually calmness. I find that whether it's Reiki or soul realignment or the Seraphim blueprint healing, people usually leave calm, relieved. There's a feeling of connecting the dots. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times they'll say, oh, that makes sense because, this happened, let's say 3 years ago, and then they put it together in something like a soul realignment session. So there's calmness, there's discovery, there's confirmation a lot of times. There's connection. It's a very simple way to connect with someone else and say, oh, okay, you've experienced that too, or thank you for making that or helping me make that connection. So, yeah.
Ah, beautiful. Well, I know you and I are going to do a little bit of a session as well, but is there anything you wanted to share before we got into that?
Hmm. It always requires an open mind, right? Like I find that there are no things that are impossible, right? It's all infinite possibilities. So I find this work fascinating, and actually, someone that has helped me view this as, you know, infinite possibilities even more is Dolores Cannon. Have you heard of her
Oh,
work?
of course, she's the queen bee.
Yes,
Amazing.
right. So I picked up her last book, The Hidden Search for Sacred Knowledge.
Mhm.
And reading that book, I was like, wow. You
She's
know,
amazing.
there
She
are no
stuff
limits.
before anybody heard of anything.
It's so fascinating. So now, even more when I work with this, I'm like, yeah, that's possible. So having an open mind is key for all of this work, you know, and that's how we allow the soul and the ego to really integrate, is having that open mind.
On both sides.
Yes.
Both sides. Okay, beautiful. Well, we will touch base in a minute. Thank you so much.
Thank you.